Hello. Welcome to the Feywild. Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu. Right, let me set some music up. I don't know if I have any here. There we are, just some relaxing music. Just to start us off with. I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm just making sure I have everything set up correctly. I think I do. I think I'm all ready to go. Oh, you know what I didn't check? I didn't check my alerts. Did I update them all? I feel like I may have missed one. That's... yes, that one is. Follow. Yeah, that's working. That's not working. Well, welcome in those of you are here. I am Fey Kinoko, and this will be the start of my new stream. I am a satyr from the Feywild, if you hadn't realised. And thank you very much for coming along to the stream today. I'm going to be doing some art today, working on an art print that I'm going to be putting up on my Etsy, which is going to be launching hopefully sometime this month. I've got stickers, I've got prints, I've got lots of things coming out. So thought I'd just start back with a nice easy stream, just getting back into doing some artwork again. I haven't streamed for quite a while, having a break, having a new IP, having a new VTuber persona now. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy what I do. So let me just, I'm just going to quickly change something on one of these alerts. It's not going to work. Bear with me. Log in. Will this have remembered my password? I don't know. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you very much for coming along to the stream. I'm trying out a new time as well now, so this might be a little bit too early for everyone, but I feel like I'll be... Oh, Diamonds! Thank you very much for subscribing. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much indeed. That was the that was the alert I was trying to update because I realized I hadn't corrected it, but thank you very much for subscribing. 8 months. 8 months. I'm sorry I haven't been as active in the last couple of months, but I promise I will be doing lots more now. So, do you like my my new VTuber avatar? I've got a few. I'll sort out this the alert later on. I don't think I can do it right now, but yeah, I've got a few different looks. Like if I go wide-eyed when I'm amazed at something, like someone subscribing to me. So thank you very much. Oh, is there? Oh, the chat is working. There it is. Thank you very much. I can be embarrassed. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing to me. And oh, I didn't wave. I said hello, everyone. There's my little wave animation. It's nice to see you, Diamonds. I haven't seen you for a while. I did wonder how you were doing, and I know you've probably been really busy. So, oh my goodness, Charlie, thank you very much. Whoa, 500 bits. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh goodness me. Thank you. That is amazing. Thank you for subscribing, Diamonds, and thank you so much, Charlie, for the bits as well. I really do appreciate that. You guys keeping me going. This is my heart eyes. Oh, when I love something so much. And what else have I got? Oh yeah, I've got when I'm playing games and I'm getting annoyed because I keep getting killed, I've got this angry face. I can do angry. I'm gonna get really annoyed because somebody keeps killing my character all the time. And I've also got a shocked face. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So I'm gonna try work on more as well, but I think I've done quite. I made my character myself, so I'm all very bouncy. Wow, 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 wow. And also new layout. I've got the new overlays for the screen. This is the big face mode, and I'm also going. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, Diamonds. Charlie, you probably can't see because you've got too many icons already. But Diamonds, I've changed the supporter icons now, so they're now a little mushroom growing out of a teacup rather than the potion bottle I had originally. That was something I put together, and I did have various ones, but I thought it was just a bit like, it wasn't very inspired. And because it's all mushrooms is my theme, I thought I'd update it. So, yeah, yes, it's suffering for success. That's right. Yeah, but you will be able to see them. You can actually hide it, your first badge, and then you'll be able to see it. But yeah, little mushroom tea. So every month that you're on, you'll start with just a teacup, and then every month a little mushroom grows. So being 8 months already, yeah, you've already got the 8th month mushroom. You can see a little mushroom poking out there. Obviously, my bot has been subscribed even longer, 9 months, because they've got the slightly larger mushroom. So yeah, so enjoy those. What else have I done? Oh, let's pop over to, actually, let me just that alert boxes. Right, let me see if I can just change this quickly. Which one was subscriptions? That's where it was. And oh no, I'm gonna have to change a few things. I'll have to do it later because it's gonna take too long to do it now, I don't think I should have thought about this before. I've set the followers alerts and I've updated the bits and things, but I forgot to do subscribers. And I've done raids, but I've forgotten hosts, so I have to update those. Let me see, can I change? No, I'm gonna leave it because I've got to get on with artwork and stuff. I'll do that later. Should have done that this morning. Right, let's have a look at my new oh yeah, you can see my new what's it called, my new stinger when I change from one screen to another. So let's go to the Fey world and have a look at my new artboard. There we go. So yeah, I've updated the overlay here as well. I've got my little artboard here. Not a star, what? 0 out of 10 for not being a star. Aww. This is my little artboard. It's made of wood. It's got a few little mushrooms growing on the corner here. And I've now, by popular, oh hi Vex, how you doing? Welcome in. Hi. How are you? Thanks for coming along to the stream. I'm just showing off my new avatar and also my new overlays. Woo, look at those bouncing around. Yeah, I've changed my overlay. So now, by popular demand, I've got the main screen in the background, but I've also got a small version up on the right-hand side over there, so that you can see the zoomed out version, because I do like to work kind of zoomed in on my screen when I'm doing inking especially. So you can really do the card-based this. Oh yes. Yes, a card-based co-host would be awesome, and perhaps that will be coming in the future sometime. Yeah, so I think someone had mentioned before about having the zoomed out version as well, because when I zoom in, so if I zoom in, zoom, yeah. So now I can do this, but over here you've got a nice little zoomed out version that you can look at, so you can see the whole thing while I'm working on it, which might be quite good. So yeah, and then I've just made it simplified the top. I've just put new followers, new subscribers, Diamonds Verizon, my latest subscriber, and latest cheer, login Charlie, 500. So yeah, that's my new screens. Oh, and I can, if you like, I can show you my, where are we? Be Right Back screen, which is my new art you may have seen the other day. So let me just do that quickly. So yeah, that was my my be right back screen. So I've just done a little bit of animating on that one, just to kind of give it a little bit of motion. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. I've got a few other little animations and things that I worked on as well, but you'll have to wait till I finish the stream to see those, because those are my thank you and goodbye screens. So anyway, thank you very much, guys, for coming along. Really appreciate you being here. Let's start. Thank you very much, Diamonds. Yeah, I just feel like it was a bit. I wanted to put a bit more effort in and sort of tie it all together a bit more, being in the Feywild. So, and this is my persona. So, thank you. I'm hoping to get some more collab streams together as well. And yeah, I think Charlie and I are going to be playing some games and things as well, as well as doing artwork. So that would be fun. And also, I think tomorrow, did I have it done as Tuesday? No, what's today? Tuesday's today. Wednesday. So Wednesday, I'm going to be playing my first game, which is going to be a potion making game. I think it's called Potion Maker or Potion Crafter. So if you want to do that, that's going to be in the evening though. So if you want to see me play some games as well, that'd be good. And then we've got more art streams on Thursday, and then on Friday we will be playing some Diablo. No worries, Vex. Thank you very much. Thank you for lurking. Have I got an explanation, Lurk? It doesn't seem to have. Maybe I haven't set it up properly. It should have come up with a message. Never mind. Thank you very much, though, Vex. We'll see you later. Right. I think it's about time I started doing some work. Right. So this I am working on today is going to be the art print for Etsy. So I'm hoping to launch Etsy sometime this month. I've got to do some more product photographs and things first, but this is going to be the first of the new prints that are going to be in there. And so this is also available on, I have exclusive print on my Patreon, and this one will be going up onto Etsy. If my face goes a bit weird like that, it's because I'm drinking some coffee and my cup is blocking the camera. Okay, let's start. Let's do some artwork. What are you guys all working today? I know Vex, you're at home, aren't you? Right, zoom into this one. Let's turn the opacity down on this. Are you working from home this week, Charlie? Awesome. That's good then. Is it making it easier to do your job, or is it making it harder to do your job? Because I know sometimes it's nice to work from home, but if you've got a job where you've got to if you've got a job where you need to access stuff, it can be a bit harder. So. Are you working from home as well, Diamonds? Well, we're all working from home. How lovely. Oh, did you get your kitchen all sorted out, Diamonds? So I've seen you or spoken to you for a while, so I was wondering the other day, because I've been working on the this weekend painting the front room, and man, it's a big project doing something on your own, painting a whole room, trying to get it done over the weekend, and trying to change all the sockets and rearrange everything in the house to be able to get to things, turn your power off. Oh. The work is about the same. It's not being distracted. That's the issue. Oh yeah, Discord. Yes, you've got lots of things to be distracted at home. Yeah. There's been progress, but we're stuck trying to find a plasterer. Oh yeah. Tell me about it. Trying to get people to actually come and do the jobs that you need them to is really difficult. I was lucky that we've had all our floor done, and we had it all like changed for wood now. Luckily, I booked that in quite a while ago, and they had time to kind of get themselves organised. But I was worried a bit that the same thing was going to happen as during the height of the pandemic, where you couldn't get hold of anyone, which was really annoying because you just couldn't get on with anything. I would have done so many more things in the house before now. Like we've been in this house a year now, so moved in a year ago, which is crazy when you think about it, because it doesn't feel like we've been here this long. But we've only just got the things done that we had planned to do when we first moved in, trying to like customize the house to be our own style. But it's been through not being able to get hold of people or not being able to get hold of materials. That's the worst thing. I don't know what it's like for you guys getting petrol as well. That's still an issue down here as well at the moment. The other day when I went out, there was just big signs just on the main road before you even turn into where the petrol station are, just saying like no unleaded, or just so people didn't have great big queues everywhere. I'm glad there's been some progress though. Oh, how's the audio, by the way? Am I coming through all right? Can you hear the background music? I haven't streamed in a while, so I wasn't sure if any of my settings and things had changed. Hopefully the audio is all good. Excellent, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I've got all of the Patreon print and stickers ready for sending out for last month. So they'll be going into the post hopefully today. I've got them all ready on the side. I've just got to print out the thank you note. So once that is done, I will pop them in the post to you guys. I know this month is a lot of people do Inktober, and we've got other events on as well for doing the artwork. But I'd really like to get into that, and maybe I will if I've got time. Maybe later in the month, try and get another piece of artwork done or something Halloween related done as well. But it's always difficult. I used to do it when I wasn't streaming or I wasn't doing art full time. I guess as a way of actually getting, still doing some artwork while I was still doing my full-time job. But since I've left that and done art full-time, I have little time to take part in things like that now, because it just takes a long time to do the additional pieces of artwork. I could do probably some little sketches and things, but I like to do full pieces if I have the chance. So, but we'll see. Hopefully, I might be able to get in there and do some. I know Chow's done her own little prompts for this month as well, so if I get a chance, maybe I'll do one of those. But yeah, I'm hoping with the new doing the new streaming and that. Oh, that's what I forgot to set up. I was gonna do set it up so that this would stream to YouTube as well at the same time. I'm going to try and do like a more collabs if I can. And I was trying to get this one to stream and go across there too, but unfortunately I've forgotten to do that as well. So next time I will be more prepared. I thought I was pretty prepared for all the things I've done now, but there were still a few things that I've forgotten. Not sure I like that edition. So it looks like the art print for this month for Patreon will probably be the Vampire Ball, I think. So I'm looking forward to working on that. I've got some ideas at the moment of what we could do, but I'll wait. I think I left I think it's till Wednesday is the final day for voting. So I'll prompt some other people again tonight and see if anyone else can change the balance. But yeah, it looks like the Vampire Ball will probably be the winner. Oh, Charlie as well. I don't know if you're there, if you're listening. Dawn and Sophie got back to me regarding their commissions. So Sophie, unfortunately, at the moment, can't do her commission, which is fine. It was quite a while ago that she applied for it, so I know she's between jobs and stuff at the moment. So that's fine. But Dawn wants their commission, so I'll be able to do that one and get your one down as well this month. So I'll speak to you about that later on, about just confirming the details and stuff of what you need. So that would be good. And oh yeah, I've also got to look at the artwork I've got to do for Patreon as well, because you're also signed up to one of the half body shots as well. So I'll get that organized for you too. Hi, Charlie. Welcome back. I don't know if you heard. I was just saying that Sophie and Dawn got back to me about their commissions. Sophie can't complete her one at the moment. She's between jobs, which is fine. And Dawn said that they want their character done, so you can have the second slot if you like. And I just need to discuss with you later about the details of. I just need to discuss with you the details so I can get them all right for your character as well. So I shall work on that as well as your half body shot. So you'll have to decide what you would like for your Patreon reward as well, because you've also got that as a reward. Yeah, I've just got a special section of my wallet now that just says Charlie. It just goes all straight into there. Got a message. Who is this message from? It's all good. Oh, my face has got paused. There we are, back to normal again. I have to make sure I check that when I look at my phone. It pauses the camera. Okay, reset it again now. Cool. And I can continue. So how are you two this morning? How are you both doing? You both well? Well, Grand just sat under a blanket, emailed people about how they are idiots. Live of IT support, yes. That's all right. Well, as long as you're comfortable and you can do that, then that makes it a little bit easier than having to sit in an office and do it, I suppose. Good, though. I'm glad you're all well. Are you looking forward to D&D tonight? Perfect. Yes, we'll have to see what the aftermath of your last adventure has been, or your first adventure, really. Seeing as we're still at the very beginning of your campaign. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you've got to find the honey mead, and then yeah, return it to town. So hopefully you've like planned ahead and you know exactly like how you're going to transport it back, and like you've thought about all those things ahead of time. Oh yeah, well, I mean, he you know, hopefully he will have your information, but I mean, you've only been gone what, an evening? It'd probably be a day when you come back. So whether he finds out that quickly, I don't know. It might be a bit more of an ask to get an answer that quick, but I'm sure that the what was his name, Saban, and I can't remember the name of the guy in the church now, but I'm sure they'll both do their utmost to get the information that you require. Let's hope that his idea of a reward and your idea of a reward is going to be the same, because your negotiator, Ariana, didn't actually fix a price for your reward. So let's see how what happens when we play tonight. Probably not, I guess. I mean, if anything is to go by like the whole debacle with the sled and pushing that up a mountain, I guess was, well, it was a plan. How you guys did that. I didn't expect anyone to decide to push a sled up a mountain on top of having to travel over it. Yes, they've. I'm sure Saban will be more than happy to reward you handsomely for returning the lost mead. So it'll all be good, I'm sure. And I'm hoping at some point to get some of you guys who are on the Patreon as well into playing some D&D. Maybe I can run a regular session, maybe once, maybe twice a month, and do like a one shot where you guys can come along, and hopefully if you're happy to do it on stream as well with me, Faye, as your humble DM. So yeah, that might be. It might not be this month because I'll have to plan and make overlays and things, get that ready, and obviously discuss with you guys if that's something you want to do. But yeah, it would be good to get a few of you guys and some more rewards in there as well for your support. Luckily, there's so many adventures being like brought out at the moment. Oh, actually, yeah, I've got with the Witchlight campaign book I've got as well. To do, and I'd like to do that because it's part of the Feywild, so that would be a good one. So has anyone got anything organised or thought about yet? Anything for Halloween, party-wise, or any costumes? Anyone dressing up or doing anything like that? I guess, Charlie, you probably wouldn't have to worry about trick-or-treaters coming up to your place because you're too high up. Going to Scarefest at Alton Towers on the 15th, then hosting Halloween plus engagement party on the Saturday for the Halloween weekend. Wow, you're going to be super busy, Diamonds. Awesome. Is the Scarefest like those ones they do in America where you kind of go and there's all like set up like jump scares and bits and pieces like that? Or is it just like Halloween but open at Alton Towers that you can go around and like do all the rides and stuff? Because I know in America they go crazy. Like they have ones where you can like walk around the area. There's people, there's mazes and all sorts of things, and there's people who like jump out and like scare the hell out of you. And then you've got a Halloween engagement party. Is that your engagement or somebody else? Spooky walks and themes in the evening. Cool, that's good. Normal park with added spook in the day. Awesome. Yeah, a long time ago, before this leader. Oh well, congratulations. Well, that's amazing. Congratulations, Diamonds. A Halloween engagement. Wow, that must be that'll be something special. Well done. I don't know if you is that. I'm assuming that's like new information. I'm assuming that you haven't been engaged for like 5 years and we're just having a party now because of the pandemic. I don't know if that's like brand new information. It's new information to me anyway, so congratulations. A new thing. Perfect. Excellent. Well, yes, congratulations to you both. Really pleased for you. That'd be nice. Everyone coming over as well, and to see people again. That's another special things. Got packing time just to hear it. Yes, Charlie. Yeah, engagement party. Yay! Excellent. Well, hopefully your kitchen is accessible then for the Halloween and for celebrating with people as well. Need to get to the tap at least. And my sister is throwing a. Oh, I was going to say, many moons ago, before I was a qualified artist from the Fey world, I worked at a theme park called Thought Park, and there we had special nights where I think, I'm not sure if was it Halloween. Maybe it was Halloween. It was either Halloween or fireworks night, and yeah, we had all the rides going, and people could go there in the evening when it was dark, which was cool. And then they had like a laser show across like the lake that's there as well, and they had like images that were sort of projected up that you could see. So yeah, it was really cool. So I'm sure Alton Towers is a much bigger place, so I'm sure that'd be really cool. I haven't been to Alton Towers for a long time now. I remember going there. We went with a few friends from uni, I think, and we went there for. We camped over, I think, at a local place, and I remember it well because I mean we had a good time, lots of fun as well. But there was, I don't know, 8 of us maybe, something like that, and I was cooking the breakfast in the morning, and so we were cooking like a fried breakfast, so I had eggs and bacon, all that sort of stuff, and it was really weird because we bought a pack of eggs, and I was cracking them in the morning, and the first one I opened, it was had double yolk, and I'd never had an egg that had 2 yolks in it before. I was like, wow, that's weird. That's special. Like, oh, we got 2 in there, awesome. Crack the next one, double yolk, and I was like, hey, this is weird. What? Okay, cool. Next one, double yolk. And I was like, the hell are these chickens? These chickens are having twins constantly. And it was really weird. That was just sort of like where it stuck in my mind. I'd never had that happen before. Fey magic, it was. It was the first inkling that I had the power over nature of the Fey. So, but it was so weird. I say I've never seen that happen before with an egg before, and I don't think I've ever had that since. It's just that one weird thing. Maybe we were near a nuclear power plant or something. Okie dokie. Right, let's go. Let's do this for... But yeah, Charlie, were you doing anything for Halloween? My sister's organised a Halloween party for us, so we will be going there, and I will be wearing. Actually, I'll be wearing my new hat. I thought it would be appropriate. That Vex created me. She created me a like a pointy like witch or wizard's kind of hat, but it's got all like it's actually a mushroom. It's got the frills underneath it for the sort of the underside of the mushroom, and it's got like little mushrooms growing on the top as well. So I was like, cool, I'll wear that as its first outing. So I've got to find other mushroom related items. I have a few. So yes, that will be my part of my costume that I will wear for the party. Not scary spooky, but kind of Fey spooky. Not sure if Sophie's doing something. She's big into Halloween. If she'll hang out with her. Okay, cool. Christmas is my time. All right, so Christmas is your big deal. Awesome. Oh, actually, speaking of which, I had an alert go off on my phone the other day to remind me that I'm supposed to make the Christmas cake. I've got to get the fruit and all the rest of it and start soaking it in the brandy. Get in there a few months early so it has lots and lots of moisture. We usually have quite a big family thing for Christmas, and obviously like last year we were all planning to, especially because we moved into the new house, we were planning to have like family over and have the Christmas, and then obviously the government screwed us over and told us last minute that we couldn't all be together, so we're looking forward this year to all being able to get together again. And what's even better now is that I've had time to paint and remodel the front rooms, so now we've got a much nicer living room to be able to go into, so that's all good. So that's one job off the list at least. Now I've got another job now, which is the extractor fan in the bathroom is now packed up, so I'm going to have to go into the roof and hunt that down and see if I can fix that as well. So really getting into my homeowner roles now, having to repair everything. Back off to Ireland for Christmas for the first time in 3 years. Awesome. That's good. Well, at least, yeah, it must have been nice to go and see your Was it your granddad whose birthday it was when you went away recently? You went on holiday? But very nice to go back and see everyone as well, especially after this amount of time has gone by as well. Yeah, your granddad's 80th, yeah. Yeah, well, it'd be nice to go back to Ireland and see everyone. That'd be nice to see all the family again in one spot. I would say I'm lucky that my family only live down the road from me, so I get to see them quite frequently. Because we've all got young children at the moment, it's all good. But, lots of help and lots of family around, so it's nice. Would have been a lot harder to get through this sort of time as well, I think, had we been still in Australia, because coming backwards and forwards is just like a very time-consuming, expensive issue to do anyway. If you're living in Australia and having to fly back to England constantly, it's a lot to do. And as you get older, I'm more thinking about my parents and stuff coming to see us in Australia, to see my daughter and that as well. It would have been probably too expensive or just too much for them to do all the time, and then all more expensive for us because we'd have to have 3 tickets to go backwards and forwards. So I'm glad, and also the pandemic, we wouldn't be able to travel at all either. So I'm just glad that we were still here, or have made a home here now, so that we didn't have to worry about that. I feel like that would have been quite a big stress having to not see family in that. I suppose it's similar to you at the moment as well, because your family's over in Ireland and you haven't been able to go and see them as well. I guess a lot of people are in the same boat. My sister-in-law has had a baby during the pandemic as well, so we haven't had a chance to meet the new baby yet either on that side of the family. But hopefully at some point we'll be able to go and see them, although I think in Australia at the moment, I think it's worse than it is here, because they don't have the jabs and all the rest of it the same way that we have here, or they didn't have at some point. Yeah, I think they originally thought that because they were doing all the isolation, like if anyone was coming into the country, they were like, locking you up essentially for like 2 weeks. And people were like up in arms about that, saying, "Oh, I know, it's against my rights" and all the rest of it. But it seemed to be a good plan. But then they haven't been getting the jabs and all the rest of it as well. So, and now it's spreading quite wildly. Luckily, my sister-in-law and my wife's rest of her family live in the country, so they're not in Sydney or anything like that. So they're not actually near a lot of the people. Yeah, you can't isolate forever. You're right, and that's the problem, isn't it? It's at some point we've got to go back to a form of normality, because people were okay, or not okay, but tolerant of this situation for a period of time. But eventually they wanted to get back because people miss their old way of doing things, the way that they've always done things. So it's understandable. But even now I see, like, for events, there's Dragon Meet that I'm going to go to in December. And they've just sort of announced, like, oh, you have to wear masks still, and you have to prove that you've had the vaccine and the rest of it. And the amount of people kicking off about, like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask, it's not illegal to do it now, and you don't have to have it, and the rest of it. I can understand, it's a little bit more of a hassle having to put one on, but if it means keeping other people safe, or keeping everyone who's there, or reducing the chance of transmission, I don't see why it's such a massive problem. I think people just either are selfish and don't care, or just I don't know, just feel like they're being told what to do, and they just they automatically just go, "Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna say no because I can," essentially. But I don't know. At the end of the day, if the event is saying this is what you've got to do, and you can't come in unless you do that, there's not much you can do about that, really. I know they're gonna probably lose some people, but you know, if those people aren't willing to like do what everybody else is doing anyway, you don't really want them there anyway because of causing problems. I don't know. I presume everything's going all guns blazing for KokoroCon next year. Diamonds. I haven't heard anything about that, and I don't know. I guess you won't know until we get nearer to that point, whether there are still going to be any restrictions or anything we need to do pandemic-wise. I guess we'll have to wait until we get into the new year at least before any of that kind of stuff can be decided. But I'm looking forward to it as my first con that I will be doing. So I've got to get myself organised. I've got to get bits and pieces to show and to sell, and yeah, should be good. Still on my way in terms of what safety things really. Yeah, exactly. I guess you can only organise that stuff like just before, because you don't know what the issues are going to be at the time. You don't know if there's going to be anything. I mean, knock on wood. Hopefully, you know, we don't have any more variants or anything else like that coming along, because anything like that will obviously cause us more problems. And I'm planning to go to MCM Comic Con in October as well, and I know for that one we gotta have, I don't know if they say masks. I mean, I always have a mask on me anyway, but I can't remember if there was masks. I know you had to show your passport or that you had the vaccine, but we're only going to go on the Friday because we're taking my daughter as well, so we're going to just go on the Friday because it'll be quieter and we can have a little look around and still get the feel of like being at a con again. Especially because it's like around my daughter's birthday and she loves going. She's really bummed though that Chow's not going to be there, because we always go and say hello, and she likes all the little bits and pieces that she sells. So when I said, "Oh, we're going to Comic Con," the first thing she said was like, "Oh, we get to see Chow," and I was like, "Well, she's not going to be there, I'm afraid, not this year." But I'm sure she'll still enjoy it when she goes along. how we're looking so far. Yeah, coming together. Lovely. Always take the longest amount of time over the face because there's just want to get that just chef's kiss perfect, because otherwise doesn't matter really what the rest of the body is doing. The focus of the face and that character is what people will latch onto the first thing. So making sure I get that all perfect and how I like it. Right, I'm just going to quickly go and get myself a drink, and then I will be back again. So let me put you onto my Be Right Back screen that you can enjoy, and I will be back in a moment. Bye for now. Hey, I'm back again. Right, let's get on with some more Goblin Pirates. Here's a question: what are your thoughts on how fairies were implemented in 5e? I mean, for our game on Saturday, I'm going to be playing a fairy. It's difficult. I like that they're in there now, and I like they have a couple of little twists on things. I guess I wish that there was a little bit more. Something a bit more to make them unique, because they've got what's called like fairy magic, but really there's not much difference compared to some other the characters in there as well. There's the let me just bring up the beyond, because I've still got to actually go through and customize some things actually on the character. D&D Beyond. Yeah, so you get flight and you get fairy magic. Which, I mean, the fairy magic, all that does is give you, well, druidcraft to begin with, and then you get enlarge reduce as you get to the next level, and then that's it, is it? That's all you do. Yeah, and flight is the same as your walking speed, but you can't wear medium or heavy armor. I mean, yeah, it's difficult, really. I feel like they could have maybe done a little bit more with them, with the fairies, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess because it allows for too much deviation from the standard rule set if they make you like too small. But yeah, I was assuming you would be tiny rather than small. But then, I mean, if a small character can then, dip through people's legs and stuff, and move through those spaces, which you're able to do as a small creature. If you're tiny, it means that you basically could go through other spaces and move wherever you want perfectly freely, I guess, because that would make sense if you were tiny at that point. I guess I would, yeah, I would have been nice if they'd done a little something extra to kind of make them stand out a bit more. But yeah, they're essentially, that's all that they have really that's going for them. I mean, your class as a Fey, I mean, it makes no difference. You're small. You've got 30 feet of movement, so you're still a bit faster than, say, a dwarf. I think dwarf's 25. Yeah, so you've got flight and you've got this like free ability that you can only use once because you need to have you need a long rest, which is your fairy magic. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it needed a bit more something to kind of stand out a little bit. I would think as a fairy, like magic would be the main thing you would have, and maybe some other special, like maybe they could have come up with a new spell or a series of spells that they only had access to because they're fairies. But I feel like if your walking speed, I mean your flight speed, I think should always be bigger than your walking speed because you're flying, you're gliding, you're flying. You should be able to travel. If I run and then I stop running, then I suppose I have momentum, so I will fall. If I suddenly stop, I would go or jump. I could go a certain distance. But if you're flying and you can just glide, you should be able to go further during that period of time, and it's not as much effort, or it's the same amount of effort. So yeah, I don't know. I just doing it because thematically, I thought it would be more interesting to say, oh, I'm a fairy and I can do magic and I can do this, that, and the other. But yeah, I would have thought they would have been smaller as well. I can't remember what you said. Are you bringing one of your existing characters, or are you coming up with a new character for the game? Opinions on Warforged? I don't think so. My character background is linked into the Witchlight Carnival and that background, so they may have come across Warforged going from when they travel from plane to plane and perform. They may have come in contact with Warforged before. New character, new club class. Cool. Yeah, I think my character was probably not have a huge problem with any particular people, unless you specifically run into any issues with people in the past. I don't think they have any issue because they've traveled so vastly and gone to so many different planes and met so many different like creatures and things. I think it's just and obviously coming from a carnival where you get all the weird and wonderful people, I don't think there's any prejudices or any issues with any particular classes, races or anything like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say she'd have a problem with Warforged. That'd be fine, unless your Warforged is a fairy killer or something. Oh, there's two. Oh yeah, who else was bringing a Warforged? Was that Dawn or somebody else? Yeah, it was Dawn. Cool. I've played a Warforged once, and they unfortunately got locked away in a prison for the rest of their life because I thought the party and I were on the same page about what we were going to do to kind of go and free this person. And so I made the first move in attacking. Essentially, we were all locked up, and we had been imprisoned. And I thought we were going to fight our way out of the prison, and we'd got out of the cells, and we got up to the main floor, and there were guards there, and I thought we were all fighting our way out. And so I started punching the guards and things and going through, and then it turned out the others were like, oh no, we're not going to fight the guards. And then they were like, oh no, put their hands up. I went, oh yeah, we'll happily go back to the cell. And it was too late for me, so I tried to run out the front door and like, well, I better just try and escape because they're not going to be happy with me. They're going to, the rest of them they might let go eventually, but not me now. And I ran outside, and outside there was like a battalion of guards with horses and, just loads of weapons. And I had an ability that means I could dash, but also do additional movement, I think, as well. And so I just tried to leg it as fast. I almost got away off the map and away, but I was captured. And the rest of the party were just like, "Oh no, we went with him. He's doing his own thing. He's gone crazy. He's a crazy robot." And so my character was written out of the story because they were locked away in a high security, maximum security prison, and the others weren't prepared to try and rescue him. So I had to come up with a new class. No, they weren't. Were they a monk? I can't remember because we played only. It was only like a couple of weeks into the game. I can't remember. They would have been some kind of combatant class. Maybe monk. I can't remember. Maybe that's where they got the additional movement from. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, my experience of having the Warforged didn't last very long, unfortunately. But I would have liked to have played them longer. But then I came up with my new class, which was Benjamin Komansky, who was a changeling who was in hiding, and they were a trickery cleric domain. If we ever get captured, I think Erinth will need to pull his weight. Yeah. Well, let's see how you guys do tonight in the next part of your D&D session, when you're going to be, I guess, searching this tunnel system or this cave system now for the mead that has been missing from Goodmead. See if you can complete the first mission of the campaign. The first official mission of the campaign. It has taken a little while to get there. Right. Yeah, I was annoyed that I kept rolling so poorly for. I mean, it didn't help that I had disadvantage for the giant, but with your ability and then having disadvantage imposed by one of the other players, I think by Ukyo, yeah, that really screwed them up being able to do much. And the giant had a reasonable amount of hit points. And I was thinking, I didn't really look. I thought the ogre would have like equal kind of hit points, but they were far weaker than the giant was. Yeah, the ogre was. He could do a lot of damage, but only got one attack, so he wasn't really good. Whereas the giant had the 2 attacks, but and had lots more hit points. But with disadvantage and and me rolling poorly on some of the attacks that I did have, yeah, it just didn't do hardly anything. And then that one hit that I got going through onto Lady was like a huge blow, and kept missing. Yeah, exactly. But that huge blow, luckily, it came down on Lady because she's probably the character who's got the most hit points. But as I said, that was supposed to be like level 1 kind of mission. So I don't know how anyone would survive that for the level 1, because you wouldn't have a lot of the abilities that you had for that when you went into it. Come on, man. Straight line, come on. So yeah, I don't know what would have happened to you guys. I mean, maybe you would have been a little bit more. I mean, I guess you were stealthing in as well when you were going in there, but perhaps a little bit more cautious at level 1. I mean, maybe you wouldn't have been. A lot of other people aren't cautious at level 1, but yeah, it did seem a bit overpowered for you guys. But then, you're level 1 and it's a giant. It's supposed to be hard. Yeah, that's if you play it as the book intends. You start off because all that bit of traveling over the mountain you only added in so that you had time to bond as a unit, but also so that you could get a little bit of experience. And I was intending after the avalanche for you to have at least be 2nd level, but because of various things, and obviously there was a lot of fights before, it was only fair to give you more experience to get you up to level 3. You'll probably stay at level 3 for a little while now, because just to try and even it out a bit. But yeah, as it's written, you start off in a town, and then there are missions, quests that you can kind of pick up, and that is one of the first quests that you can get. So yeah, if you'd all gone in there, I mean, you've got a lot of characters. You've got 6 players, so it's 6 against. Well, it's only going to be 6 against 3. If you do what you did, which was basically alert everyone. And the giant calls out for his bear, the giant calls out for the ogre, or the ogre will hear and then come and investigate what's going on. So you've got several rounds before all of those things turn up. So I guess if you were being stealthy, you could get through and maybe take out the ogre before, but I mean, you don't know it's there. So yeah, I mean, you did really well going in there and take him out. And to say, the disadvantage, crippled him, and then obviously, dice rolls didn't help on some of the times where I could hit. But yeah, that was a good tactic to use, and you all got in and got out again. And in fact, Eri didn't even get pinpointed because they were ducking and round the corner and stuff using their bow, and they did some huge damage for the ogre, shooting with the bow and arrow and getting those hits on, because his armor class, all of their armor class are pretty low, because the giant has, I think, just leather armor, but the ogre doesn't have anything rather than just like bit of cloth on them. So they both, and the only reason I think the giant has 14 AC is because he has the shield as well. So hey, Critical Freya, how you doing? Welcome. Hello. It's VTuber. Ah. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you, Waco. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I have my new VTuber. I got my emotes now, so I can talk and I can emote and do things as well. So, welcome. I am doing very good. How are you doing today? A sleepy bean. What time is it with you? I'm not 100% sure where you're based. Oh, so the same time. You're here as well then. You're just tired. That's all right then. I must admit, I haven't got a great night's sleep the last couple of nights as well. Lots of things, but I think that's because um, after doing lots of painting and replacing plug sockets and lights and all the rest of it, my body was just aching a lot after trying to get all that. Good as UK with. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I didn't assume that they were is still in the same country, but I don't keep track of those sort of things where people are. All I know is the Feywild. Put an offer in the house. Ah, awesome. Oh, good luck. Fingers crossed for you. Yeah, it's nerve wracking, kind of like you're putting it offer in and waiting to hear. Um, but you? I don't know. They extended it, didn't they? The period where you didn't have to pay stamp duty. Are you still? Is that still a thing? Are you still? Will you be able to get the house without having to pay stamp duty still? Yeah, stamp duty. That's an additional thing. Do you have to pay stamp duty or not? I don't know if. Yeah. I mean, it also depends on the value of the house and that as well. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Current threshold on residential property is 250,000. This changes on the 1st of October 2021. Oh no. The threshold for non-residential land and properties is property purchases on the 1st of October. The estimated threshold will be 125,000 for residential properties, 150 for non-residential land and properties. These thresholds. From the 1st of July 2021, you'll get a discount relief. This means you'll pay less or no tax if both the following apply. You and anyone else you're buying with are first-time buyers. Your purchase price is 500,000 or less. Don't worry, we're going to be renting with putting money in savings. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, is it? It says yeah. It says here at the moment on. It says from the for first time buyers. Are you a first time buyer? Critical Fair. You're renting. Sorry, you're renting. You said. That's all right. If you're buying, then stamp duty becomes an issue. But it looks like at the moment, if you're a first time buyer and your purchase price is below 500,000, I mean, I don't know where you're buying a house of 500,000. If you're a first time buyer, you must be like a surgeon or something. But yeah, it says you don't have to at the moment. But yeah, I was wondering if it was still in because that's why we moved when we did, because we were like, we need to get in now because stamp duty is like such a lot more, on top of what you're already paying for your house. So excellent. Well, fingers crossed. Let us know how your bid for the house goes, and hopefully you'll get in there. You have the luck of the Feywild on your side. Yeah. The Fey seal of approval. Right. Okay, let's get some more of this done. So yeah, I'm also, as well as doing art streams now, I will be starting to do some game streams too. So today is art stream. I'm doing a morning stream now, seeing how that will go rather than the afternoon ones. I thought it might not be as convenient for people who are working, so I might get less views from that. But I felt like I wasn't getting that many views in the evening either, for the same reason, because it's too late and people are like had dinner and then doing other things before going to bed. And I couldn't really do it any earlier in the afternoon, which would be the prime time that I'd like to do it, because I've got to pick up my daughter from school and make dinner and things like that as well. So it was difficult to try and find a time that would work. But I thought if I do it earlier in the day, especially with doing the drawing, you're more awake, you're more alert, and I thought I'd be able to go stream for longer and I'd be able to like chat more and things. So you like the morning times? Yay! Cool. Well, hopefully it works out, and once I get a few more people sort of see my artwork and coming along, that would be good, and most people will like that. I mean, I'm quite happy to do streams at different times, so I just have to see how it goes. But I'm planning to do more of the art streams in the morning, and then hopefully doing games and things in the afternoon, evening as well. So it's more of a relaxed. You can come and watch us play some games, and I've got new game, Potion Maker or Potion Crafter, I think it's called, which I will be playing tomorrow. But I will be making potions for customers, and also I think you plant and grow your own materials, so like mushrooms and plants and other bits and pieces, and then you have to put them together and make certain potions for people. So that might be a bit fun. And then on Friday, Charlie and I will be playing some Diablo 2. So that'll be fun. I haven't played that since it came out originally, which was many moons ago. So yeah, that'll be fun. So hopefully I'll get a little bit of gameplay in there as well, and I will try and work out actually, Charlie, before we stream, getting the stream to work on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. I think I found the program that does that, but I didn't have enough time the other day to set it up. Yeah, it should be good. We're trying to decide what class we're going to be as well. I was thinking maybe the druid is probably the class that I'll link in with the best. But yeah, we'll have a look. We'll go through all that, and then we'll play online. We were going to play on Wednesday, but then Charlie helpfully pointed out that unfortunately the servers are going to be under maintenance at that time, or around the time we were going to play. So had to reschedule it for another day, and hopefully they don't go down again at that point. But I know they've had some issues, I think, to begin with, because maybe a lot of people want to play or didn't realize how popular it was going to be, and so yeah, they've had some issues. I think on the first day when people were going to play the game, I think they had quite a few issues as well. So, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to playing that. We're going to be playing online, so that means that anybody else who plays, if we have other people to collab with, they've got characters, then we can all jump into a game. And I think you can play up to 8 players at some point. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and maybe we can have quite a few people on there. And then I'll be looking out for any more games. Oh, I've got Sable as well to play, which is a single player game as well, but really like the art style of the game. Sort of like exploration and puzzles and bits and pieces. So that might be another one. I might do a stream or something like that, maybe on the weekend as well if I get a chance. The weekend's always a bit more difficult because obviously family stuff that needs to get done as well. So, and I'm trying to give myself like a couple of days, like a weekend off, because like a lot of artists and people who work for themselves, you kind of like end up just working all the time and then forgetting that actually you need a bit of downtime for yourself as well at some point. So I'm gonna try and do that, but I've got lots of things planned, and I think the games and stuff will help with that as well, because I'll feel like I'm doing something to work on my brand and my streaming and work related stuff, but also being able to relax a bit and play games with friends. So there's also Spellcaster University, where you build up your own Hogwarts-like place. Oh, cool. In a management style game. Oh, awesome. I'll have to have a look at that. Spellcaster University. All right. Is that, I presume that's on Steam, is it? Have a little look. Oh, you actually build, like, you're building the whole place. I've only got all the little people in there as well. Yeah, that looks cool. You can build up all the different rooms in the university. Unicorn trainer. Oh, you can get the people can do different classes as well. Oh, awesome. All right, I'll have a look at that later. And yeah, that might be another one to put on the list of games. Nice. Thank you, Charlie. What are you up to today, Critical Freya? Are you working today, or have you got the day off, or what are you up to? Charlie, are you gonna be like streaming at the same time on your channel when we co-stream, or I assume you can do both? Yeah, I don't know. I presume you can do both. Yeah. I was going to ask if you going to do any more like game streaming, because we've both been quiet recently. So yeah, I was going to see if you were going to like get back into doing some as well, and like more regularly. I think the way that the capture we'll have to test it before we play, but I believe the way that it'll work, well, the audio works for us anyway, so we don't need the camera. But when we play D&D and stuff like that, I think we need to use the camera input if you're gonna like be on the screen. So I don't know if it can. I guess if the camera's on, the stream will just take that feed as well. I don't know. We'd have to test it out, but yeah, that's cool. If you want to stream it on your channel, and then you can. I think you can use. Well, we might have to test that as well, but I think you can take the my VTuber and then like have it on yours, or like have like I've done for you, have like the flat image that kind of bounces when people talk as well, if you want. Up to you. I don't know if you want to have that on your stream, but yeah, I want to get back into it. Just difficult with the setup being in the living room. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it's similar to me when I didn't want to start streaming initially when we were in our old house, because it was part of the living room as well, and I just couldn't like maintain noise and everything else going on in the background, and also, you know, obviously the TV and that. It's better here because obviously I've got my an actual separate office, and then we've got the kitchen, and then we've got the living room. There still is a fair amount of noise that comes through in the evening. Obviously, like people coming in and using the kitchen and bits and pieces as well. But it's unavoidable at some point. But yeah, hopefully you can. No, of course, you know, no, you don't want someone to feel unwelcome and doing those things. But yeah, sometimes it's difficult if you're trying to maintain that kind of like focus on the game and the rest of it, and then you've got noise in the background. I know, I can understand. Yeah. I mean, maybe if you like, for me, like doing the streaming, like I'm working for myself and doing the streaming like every day. I'm going to be doing some sort of stream now. Then it might be worth doing that and moving to another room, and then you've got the ability to kind of shut your door and keep it nice and quiet, because you're going to be doing it all the time. But if you're going to be just doing it now and again, then it's probably not worth moving everything and running leads and all the rest of it to get the router, because you want to be close to the router as well, so you can connect directly into it. I mean, my router in that is in the front room, and I run a cable from there through the kitchen around the office and it comes down at the wall and then into the back of the PC. So I've got quite a long cable, but yeah, I have no issues with any of the speed or anything. It seems to be pretty good. So maybe I need to become a VTuber so I don't need an account. Yeah, exactly. Well, you do need your cam, but you won't pick up other things going on in the background. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I have my iPhone set up here as my camera, because although I have my main camera, I haven't used that one. I was using a webcam before, but it doesn't pick up on the movements, and it doesn't pick up on your eye blinks and stuff quite as well as the iPhone camera does, because it's like made to do that essentially, or it's got the features of doing it. So it's just a bit better facial recognition. Especially for the mouth, because I've rigged it up so I've got quite a few different mouth positions but it's never going to be perfect lip sync because you'd need to do like way more mouth shapes and fiddle around with the rigging a lot more, I think. I've got it set up to go with the microphone too, so it's a bit better than some of the other ones that I see, but I don't think I did too badly for my first VTuber attempt. Doing the angles like the up, down, top, right, left, like that, they were the hardest ones to do to kind of get in there. And I've got some sway going on with my hair just to give it a bit of bounce and movement. But yeah, you could become a VTuber too. Taking over the world, VTubers. Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if we have any Critical Role fans here in the chat. I think, Charlie, you said that you've seen some of it. I don't know if you've caught up or watched all of season 2 yet. As soon as I sent that, I got a call. Did you say anything I need to hit? And are you taking YouTube commissions? Well, I was saying to my wife, I was like, it's a project of passion doing the VTuber because, like, I now have the skills for doing the VTuber model, and I was like, I'm doing all these like bells and whistles because, like, for my first VTuber, I've got horns, I've got this additional hair, I've got the earrings, the little feathers, I've got so many like bells and whistles on it that I had to rig manually, and I was like, oh man, it would have been so much simpler just to do like a standard like character with just like human ears and things. But I was like, I'm putting this amount of effort in because, you know, it's for myself as you would do normally. But I was like, man, it would be super cool to be able to offer doing VTubers, like making VTubers as an additional source of income, because I can see now why people charge so much for VTubers. It's a long process, but it's all fresh in my mind at the moment. So because I've just been doing it, and I will tweak my character as I go along. But if I don't like continue to do things, and use that program, that knowledge will go again, and I'll forget, and it'll be a case of it. Not that it took that long, because I think my background in doing like 3D and animation bits and pieces helped me to get on with it a lot quicker. But man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I would have to I could see why people charge so much for doing it, because it's an investment. If you're doing it like all the time, like if you made that your career and were saying, yeah, I'm going to be making VTubers, and you could kind of balance that out a bit. But yeah, it's such a lot of a lot of work to kind of get it all like put together. I'm not saying no, but I have to think about, because I made this character with the you have like 40 days trial, so I've technically made the character and not had to pay for the license. The license isn't like too much. You could quite easily doing it. If I was going to be making VTubers, then it would be definitely worth like getting the license to do it probably. But yeah, I'd have to think about it, because yeah, it's just a lot of, it would depend on the character, I guess, like how much was involved with it. But because even just the setup, like making this character, making all the pieces, cutting it out, with things like shadows and stuff that move with the hair as well, especially things like the horns and stuff, getting kind of a 3D aspect to them, so that when I turn, they kind of rotate around in that way. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I have to think about it. Oh yes, you got other artists to watch. Yeah, I mean, did I say anything? I did. I think I did ask something of you while you were away, but I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, I see. I realize now as well why some the people doing the artwork, like charge. They can charge less, because what they do is they either do just the rigging or they do just the artwork. So one person do one person the other, or they might do both, but they might separate them just so the price isn't so exorbitant when people go and look for VTubers and things. That's why I needed time, to work on this, to kind of get everything ready, because it took quite a long time to kind of get all the bits and pieces ready to the standard that I was hoping to get for the VTuber. But yeah, I could have done a simpler character, I suppose, just for my first one. But it's not too bad actually. Once you've got, I think the mouth, I think, took the longest time to get through, because the trouble is I had to look at various guides, like I don't know how many different guides in different places, because no one person is showing you like the whole process of how to go from start to finish. There are bits that show you, and then they offer to do something else, or they split it up into many parts and they haven't quite got to all the parts yet. And obviously they don't cover everything. Like I needed to know about like how the horns would be moving or how they would attach. A lot of it is very similar, but things like the motion for the hair and that, using dynamics for that as well. It was all sort of sporadic, and in the end, and a lot of the ones are in Japanese. And in the end, to get the best information, I had to watch several Japanese tutorial videos on Live 2D, and then, of course, I don't understand Japanese. I had to basically just watch along, and even the menu system that they've got was all in was in Japanese, so I couldn't even look at the folder structure and stuff in quite the same way and go, oh, it's that folder they're using, or they've created that one. I had to basically watch what they did and then look at the menu system and try and work out, right, well, it was 2 down, so it must be that option that they pressed, assuming that the software was exactly the same in exactly the same place, which it found it technically was. So yeah, I followed along and I learned what I needed to learn, and although I don't speak Japanese, I managed to work out exactly what they were doing. So thank you. Yeah, well, I think it was a lot of work. It took me at least a few days to a week to get the character all set up and then cut up into pieces. And of course, I got loads of pieces because of all the details in the character. But if you weren't doing horns and these kind of ears and all the earrings and the hair at the front and everything else like that, and the tail, I think you could do it a lot quicker. And now that I've done the character, I suppose it'd be quicker to do as well, because I'd be able to do it. Although part of it is doing it in Live 2D, the other part is actually rigging it and setting up it in VTuber as well, in VTube Studio. So you also need to know, as the person who's using it, if I like handed you and go, oh, here's the files and stuff, you need to know how to set it up, so that you need to tweak it for various things like turning the head or the eye movement, and the eyebrows as well. That doesn't work just out the box. Sometimes you have to like go and tweak it to how it's picking up your face mapping and tracking as well. So yeah, there's a lot to it. It's easy for me to do it because I was here and I could just keep working on it as part of doing the Live TD and then doing the VTuber stuff. But if I like handed it to you and went, there you go, there's your VTuber, I then have to walk you through how you set that up as well, because it's a little bit more involved for that. But I definitely would like to make other VTuber models and stuff in the future as well. I think it's just because I've only just done it. It's like, oh, that was such a lot of work. I need a little rest to do something else for a bit, and then maybe go back to doing that again. But yeah, certainly would like to do it, and I plan to add more things. So I've got certain facial, certain emotes and things that I can do at the moment. On here. Oh, that's a combination of two. But I'd like to do more in the future, and also add other things. So like for the Halloween, maybe I could change like the outfit I'm wearing, or maybe I could add on some other bits and pieces to the face. But all of that then needs to be re-rigged and then changed again. So I can see again when I watch other VTubers, I can see why they put in props like this tablet in front of me here. That's a static one that I've just put in front of me. You could do that and hats and bits and pieces that are just static and not linked to the character, because it's you have to go in and do quite a lot more editing as well to get it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how it all turned out, and I'm happy to be able to be VTubing now. Are 6 dynamites a thing in D&D, and if so, where can Vensa get some? I don't. Yeah, they must have explosives of some sort. Yeah, they might not be TNT. But yeah, I think they do have explosives and things like that. Must do. It's never come up in one of my games so far. You'd have to ask a dwarf. They do a lot of mining. They probably use it more often than anybody else. Maybe ask for Moth tonight, seeing as they're a Durgar. Oh yeah. Well, this goblin not necessarily D&D. They just like sticks of dynamite. God, Charlie, not everything's D&D, mate. This is a generic goblin. No copyright. Oh yeah, that's what I was asking. I was asking if anyone was interested in or a fan of Critical Role. I know you've seen some of it, Charlie. No, stop! No, not stop making characters. You could make other characters that aren't D&D, but never stop making characters. Too good at character development. Yeah, I was asking because I know you've seen some of the. I think I've watched up to episode 14 and then I started playing. All right, cool. It was only because they announced that the season 3. That they're going to start doing that the 20-something, 25th, 26th or something like that of October. Where are we? Let me have a look. I think you usually play on it's either the 21st or 28th thing because they usually play on a Thursday. Anyway, yeah, they were. I think I'd rather do that. Oh, I might watch that rather than coming in 100 episodes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the third season's going to be like. It's all going to be new. They're going to try some new things with it. Matt Mercer's going to carry on being the DM, but they've sort of hinted that they're also going to try some other new stuff with it. So I expect they did the Tales of Exandria, which is kind of like spin-off one that they did. So I expect every now and again they will probably take a break and then they'll have one of those in it to sort of expand the world out a bit more. They might have other DMs come in every now and again to do bits and pieces. Hopefully they won't change the format too much because I think it worked really nicely and that's what people expect. But any change is going to have a bit of a backlash against it. The only thing that I did feel a bit sad about was the fact that they've always used fan art at the start of their streams and then during the break and stuff for people to watch, and they're not doing that anymore. They're gonna put fan art on their website, like on a show reel, but you'd have to specifically go then to their website and look at the show reel each time, which I feel like people aren't gonna do as much as oh, I'm watching the show, I can see the fan out and then check people out. I believe, or most people seem to think, it's the reason is that they had this policy update that they did recently, which was saying that essentially you were limited now on whereas before they were like, yeah, you can draw our characters and yeah, you got permission to do, you can draw them and then sell bits and pieces. They're trying to stop, I think, companies or bigger entities from using their IP and making too much money off of it without them getting involved. So I think although if you're small and you're doing a short run of artwork and things, that's still fine, but they were saying that oh, you can't do this and you can't do this and you can't create artwork or you can't create merchandise and everything else. So a lot of the fan artists were a bit bummed about that, but I think it goes hand in hand with that. I think if they're seen to be using people's artwork on the show, because I think they wanted to have their own official artists who were doing the artwork for the campaigns instead of the fan art. So maybe it's just a branding and a quality thing. They want they've picked certain artists who are really good and they want to just use those ones going forward. Maybe to I don't know, maybe they feel like some of the artwork was good but not good enough for their brand. I don't know, but I think it might also be the fact that they've said don't do the artwork and then sell as merchandise. And if they put it on the beginning of the show, it's almost like advertising that they support that artist, because it's like, oh, you put it on the show, so it must be good enough for show, so people will like it. And then and like, you know, they're basically advertising for those people, and then they're getting more sales from it. So they don't want to be seen to be saying don't do this and make merchandise, but we're also quite happy just to put your work up on our website or our trailers and use it, and you know and promote you, but then say you can't sell the artwork that you show. I think it's just a bit of a dodgy area, so they're just trying to avoid it by saying, oh, we're not going to use the art there anymore, but we will sort of still like it and share it on tweets and stuff, but we won't put it there. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what a lot of people have said. It's like, oh, you've got this big now because of the fans, and now you're basically like, fuck fans. I don't think it is as much as that, but I did feel a bit of a slap to the face where it's kind of like, it's the fans are creating this artwork because of their love of the show, and now you're saying that we're not going to show it anymore. And that's like a big thing that people like looking at the artwork. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I had a piece of my artwork shown in season 2, like in part of the reel. So I have actually had my work shown on the reel at some point. So I'm like, yeah, that's good. It's been up there. So I feel blessed that at least I got in there for that part. But it is annoying that your work's not going to be shown now from now on, because I'm sure that's going to make people less likely to want to draw the pictures if they know it's not going to be on there. Because as people pointed out, a lot of artists were getting that kind of cross promotion because people were seeing the prints or the artwork at the beginning of the show, and they got the promotion from it because it helped, to get people to know the show. And the artist also got the promotion so that maybe they make some sales. If someone went, oh, that's a really cool picture, I want to get that, I want to buy it, or I want to commission them. And now they're not going to have that. Those artists are going to miss out on those potential commissions and pieces now because they're not showing them as broadly. And Critical Role don't need it now because they're already popular. They don't need the artist to kind of flesh out the numbers because people are already invested in it. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame. Anyway, that's what happens. That's how things go. And I'm sure the players and all the rest of it who go on there will still give us a good performance of all their the show and the comedy and everything that happens. I personally I watched all of the Exandria Unlimited that they did, and it was fine. It wasn't. I mean, I guess we didn't have a long enough period of time to kind of get into it to really know the characters as much as we do other things. It's always difficult starting off. But yeah, I didn't gel with it as much as I had some of the stuff. I don't know if it was the DM. I didn't particularly like the way that she was running the game. What's her name? Bria Ironguard or something like that. I can't remember now. Or the way that they were playing it was a bit weird as well. I didn't like. I don't know. There was something that I just didn't find. Not interesting, but just it was just harder to watch. I don't know. I just felt a bit against the grain. I didn't enjoy it as much, basically. So, which is fine. I mean, that's the same with a lot of D&D games. Like you don't always gel with everyone that you're playing at the table. Sometimes you'll start games and you'll just be like, oh, I don't work well with this party, or this character that doesn't gel with this one, and it's not fun. And in that case, you can kind of decide to either leave the table or change your character or play a different way. I think that's the thing. Not everyone would do. They're lucky, all those people, that they all gel and they all obviously good friends in real life and they all play together nicely. What they did in series 1, they had another guy there, I can't remember his name, who was playing as well, but he he left. I don't know the exact reasons for it. I'm not sure if anyone knows the exact reasons for it, but he definitely wasn't the same kind of player. He was definitely like a min-maxer kind of person, and was in it to win and to do it, and not so much the storytelling. Whereas all the other ones were there to have fun and do stuff, and it didn't matter if they won or lost. I think it was just kind of like, oh, this will be more interesting because it's that's what my character does. So I'm glad that he left, because he didn't really fit within the group very well. I found artists through the midstream art show. Yeah, imagine that happening. Yeah, exactly. More artists. You must have a collection. There'll have to be some new kind of like maybe not murder, but stalker kind of scenario film created around somebody who basically collects artists, collects their work and collects them and stalks them online. That must be the basis of a new film, I'm sure. That's the Charlie. It'll be called The Simp. It'll just be the film of like somebody stalking all the artists, getting all of the artwork, and becoming obsessed with them, and then following them to their house, and then forcing them to do artwork constantly. There are two different statements. I mean, imagine being in a game with someone who doesn't fit in. Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought you were talking about something else. That's fine. Yes, exactly. Well, again, it's all. Sometimes you don't play. Like I've played in games where I haven't got on, or I haven't liked either the way the DM has done stuff, or decisions they've made, or I've played with players who haven't played in a style that I gel with, and I've sort of had a discussion, obviously, with the DM, but I've given it a certain amount of time, and then I've gone, okay, it's not really working for me, so I'm gonna step away from the table and do something else, which is totally fine. If you're going to be playing for that amount of time, and you're going to be kind of getting involved with characters, and some people are more into RP than others. You need to find a group who are on your same wavelength, and also do that as well, because if that's what you enjoy, then that's what you need to look for in your teammates and your players. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes, but you should never feel like obliged to stay with the game just because you started it if you're not enjoying yourself, because it's pointless really at that time. Why turn up every week if you're not having it? Obviously, give your reason, give you why you're not doing it. Best to talk to the DM about it if there's any issues, because maybe it can be sorted out. Maybe the discussion can be had. But yeah, if you're not gelling with it, then just find another game, because there are plenty of people who are playing, plenty of people who enjoy playing in different ways, and you'll find a group that you do gel with, and then you can play in and have even more fun. Right. I wonder if Splank will start a campaign soon. I'd love to play with you as a player. Yeah, no, I they did mention about doing doing Inverness and doing another one for like newbies starting off as well, but I'm not sure if they just had a lot of other things on. I know Splank started a new job and we're sure about times and stuff. But yeah, if they would, they'd be cool because I'm not currently playing in any campaigns as a player. So yeah, I'd like to get into a campaign. It's nice doing these one shots every now and again as well. And Splank's running one on Saturday for us. Is it Saturday? I think they said this weekend, the 9th and 10th. I'm not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday that we're playing, but it's nice playing the one shots because it means I can play a little bit, but it would be nice to get into a campaign where I can actually have a bit of character development because when we start at level 14 or what have you, you're just thrown into the event that happens, and you don't really get a lot of the role playing and the kind of like getting better to know people and kind of developing those friendships between or hatreds between different players and things. So it would be nice, if they run or somebody, just anybody who's a DM who wants to, and maybe one day Swanee will run a game. She seems to have lots and lots of books of campaigns and things, so hopefully one day she'll pick one and she'll run it. Although I think she was saying like Saltmarsh was too involved. There was lots of things going on, lots of story, and then she said she had the Strahd one, and I'm like, oh man, that's a lot harder. Don't start that one. If you thought Saltmarsh was hard, then Strahd's got a lot more to it. Just the castle at the end. Jesus. That map will screw with your head. Did mine. I don't know if you're still there. Diamonds, are you currently playing in any D&D games? I think you had a couple that you said you were playing in regularly, but I don't know if they're still going or if they've come to any conclusions yet. Hello. Only the one now. Celestia is not a member of the summer. Is not a member or now a member? Oh, she is now, or she is not a member of the summer court accidentally. Now, okay, cool. She's now a member of the summer court accidentally. Oh, how did she accidentally become a member of the summer court? Has her appearance changed now? It's still gradually changing with the feathers on her arms. Oh, wow, okay. You'll have to let us know how that progresses, because at least the way excuse me, at least the way I drew her, she was very like green before, very spring orientated colors, but if she's going into the summer, she's going to get like more warmer colors, like reds and oranges maybe or something. I love that thematically that Seal Graduate, yeah, I love that that's a thing, like for the Feywild as well, having the courts and having the abilities of the elves and things to take on the personification of different seasons and elements as well, and having special abilities that are tailored. Like I think Cypress had the ability to use his sort of like his healing, and I sort of described how he blew these sort of like leaves and berries through the air and they would kind of go and heal, whereas when he turned into Willow, or had the personification of Willow, he would be able to like use Misty Step and teleport, but he would leave like a little frost ring on the floor whenever they teleported and stuff. So she may have a little fire in her as she's taken on the mantle of Guardian of the Celestial Fire. Wow, okay. Awesome. Man, sounds fun. A fun game. Lots of character development, which is really cool. Guardian of the Celestial Fire. Yeah, Charlie is Punch Boy. But you've got your own subclass though, haven't you now, Charlie? So you dictating how your character is different and changed in this way, rather than just being one of the standard monks. So and who knows what will happen to you as you explore more. I'm sure there's plenty of things to come up as you travel. Leo, I'm hoping to play them at higher level in one shot to play test it. Oh, okay, cool. That's a good idea. Well, Diamonds, if you're ever free to join us for a one shot or a game at some point, that would be great. I'd love to have you as a player. It was fun to play a couple of times that we did together when we were playing in Splank's Colosseum. She didn't mean to. She just delivered a letter from Titania. The recipient died horribly when he read it, and the mantle passed to her as the best nearby. So is it like the Santa Claus? you taken up this thing, delivered it, and then somehow just accidentally been brought into the. You didn't read the fine print on the letter. When you deliver this, you will now take on the mantle of Gun. You accept this responsibility. Like, oh God, I didn't read that bit. There was an asterisk. I didn't find out what the wording meant. She then brought the person back to life to relieve her guilt and get to choose a new name for that person. Oh wow, okay. Was that using like true like resurrection or something? Is it? Did they come back as they were, or did they come back different? Highest intelligent is 10. Excellent. It's the random race spell, yeah. I think it is the resurrection, or one of those ones, because it brings them back and you have to roll on the table to find out what race and what gender and all the rest of it as well, which was always a fun one for me, because I think if you get to the point where your character has to be resurrected in that way, or not resurrected, it's what's it called? I can't think of the name of the spell, but yeah, you reincarnate. That's right, reincarnate. And they can come back as a completely different race and gender and everything else. So I think it's quite good as a character development, because it's like you're this particular character and you know these things, and then you're reincarnated and look completely different, sound completely different. Like every time you look in the mirror, you're different. But I think that your mind and stuff is still the same. So, interesting. It's never happened to one of my characters. I did. One of my players in the Strahd game, I got reincarnated. And I think they went from being an Aasimar to being a halfling. I think I let them change their class, although technically I think it's supposed to be the same. But they were bored with what they were playing, so they reformed into a female human body from a male Eladrin. Cool. Yeah. See, I mean, the obviously the big change being male to female body type, sort of similar, no pointy ears. This guy went from Aasimar to halfling, so I feel like he had quite a lot to deal with, because he was a lot shorter than he was, and didn't have the wings or anything. So probably like, oh my god, my life sucks. What's going on? But yeah, no, I like that spell. I think that's kind of cool, because there's a lot of scope to it, and especially if you let the DM or the character who is rolling who is casting the spell decide on or make the rolls for it. I think that's pretty cool. And I know in one of my character who was a changeling that I played in one of the games, you have to, if you're called back, if you're brought back to life again, just generally with that spell, if you're not the same, if they don't bring you back as you were, my character who was a changeling, because you get the choice, it's like it has to be a willing spirit. So if you're going to be brought back and you're not going to be the same. I was going to, because he's a changeling and could do all these, change anything, to be stuck in one particular type of body and that be it. I was going to say that if they brought him back in that way, then he would have, like, his spirit would have been unwilling to come back to his body. But they brought him back as is, so he could carry on being a changeling and stuff as well. Name them Asher, which means fortunate. Very fitting since they returned to ash. Oh, there you are. There, reminding them every day that they were burnt. I wonder if they have that memory. Do they have the memory of being burnt alive? They were very happy with their new name. Oh, good. Excellent. Well, they were probably glad to be alive, I would imagine. I didn't want to ask them just in case it brought the memory back. Yeah. Oh, want to zoom in? Zoom out, zoom out. just about to head to lunch. Going to be colouring my character for, this weekend again. Oh, cool. All right then. Well, enjoy that, Charlie. Look forward to seeing your character when they are released. Actually, you know what? I need to work on a sketch of my character, actually, because I need to reveal them on Saturday as well. Or Sunday, whichever day we're doing. Maybe Spank will be able to confirm with us later on which day we're going to be playing. But yeah, cool. Okay, no worries. I'm going to, I'll probably end the stream in another 10 minutes or so anyway for the same reason, get myself some lunch as well. But thank you very much for coming along, Charlie, and I will see you later for tonight's D&D game. Hi Vex, how you doing? Thank you. Yes, I it's clean, but it takes me a lot longer to do. I really need to get a bit faster so I can achieve more per stream. But thank you. Yeah, there we are. There's a zoomed out version of where we are so far. It's all those details, all the little details that take so long to get into and do, but she's coming along. She's coming along nicely. Like I said, the head, those sort of features always take the length of time. So when we get to the body there, like the trousers and stuff, we're going to take no time at all because there's only a few lines there. So some details here in the top and around the belt and bits and pieces, and then we'll have her all inked and ready to lay some colours down. But for the moment, I think. And we've been streaming for about 3 hours, which is probably one of the longest streams that I've done for some time. So I think I'm going to leave her there for the moment. I might do a little bit more work on her later on in preparation for the next stream. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for coming along to the stream today. I'm going to go and get myself some lunch, have a little rest, and then I'm going to prepare for tonight's D&D session. So Vex and Charlie, I will see you this afternoon for that. And hope you got some plans for what you'd like to do now that you're in this giant's cave and have successfully killed all of the giant, the ogre, and the bear that was attacking you. So yeah, you're free now to wander around this cave and see if you can find the honey mead and bring it back. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for coming along. I will be live tomorrow afternoon. And we will be playing, let me just double check the name. Where can I check it? Let's go here into theme, that should tell me. Library, there we go. It is called Potion Craft. I'll be playing Potion Craft tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening, where I'm going to be running a game where we can use mushrooms and plants and things and make potions for people and see if we can get their order right and yeah, see how good I am at growing mushrooms in reality. Just about to go on lunch so I wouldn't be interrupted to watch. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie. I was just about, I was going to go and get some lunch myself actually. Yeah, I was going to say play Potion Craft tomorrow afternoon. So if you'd like to come and watch me play, I will be doing that. And then on, where are we? That's tomorrow, Wednesday. So Thursday morning, again, I will be streaming again. So I'll carry on working on this character. And then on Friday, I will be streaming Diablo 2 with Login Charlie. And yeah, that should be some fun as well. So if you'd like to come along and see any of those, see some more artwork, play some more games with us as well, that would be awesome. So for now, I would like to say, actually, let me jump back to full screen mode. There we go, back to full screen mode. So yes, from me for the moment, thank you very much for coming to the Feywild. Really appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me, especially starting back up again. So thank you very much. I say goodbye to you all, and remember to stay on the path.